Tonight, we are remembering actor Peter Greene, known for memorable roles in films including Pulp Fiction, The Mask, and The Usual Suspects. Some sad news to report that Greene was found dead in New York City. The cause of death has not been announced, but right now police are ruling out foul play and a medical examiner is looking into the cause of death. These are some pictures of Peter Greene. On the line here, we've got one of his good friends, Skam Dust. Skam, thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry to hear this news about your friend. Can you tell us how you guys met?
Like 27 years ago, through Danny Diablo, my friend. We have a band together called Scarhead, and he went out to LA, moved out to LA, and they became friends and they became roommates. I came over to shoot a music video, and that was, once we met up, it was like a big brother.
Yeah.
One of the best friends I had in my entire life.
Over 2 decades ago, and you were sharing with me over the commercial break that you just talked to him last Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday he called me up and he's like, "What are you doing for New Year's?" And I said, "I'm gonna be in Miami. I'm on the beach. You know, I do 6 months in Miami, 6 months in New York." He's like, "Nah, you're gonna come up to New York. I got a limo. He's got a big stretch SUV limo. He's like, we're gonna go restaurant hopping, bar hopping. I'm buying you a ticket. You better show up." I'm like, "All right, I got you. I'm coming."
And so when you got this phone call, you heard the news. What did you think?
Devastating, devastating. It's hard to, you start going through all this. It destroyed me. I got destroyed.
I was looking up, there's just so many questions that haven't been answered on how he died, cause of death. I read that he had a surgery scheduled to go under the knife to get rid of a benign tumor near his lungs. But other than that, there's not much information that we know.
I spoke to a detective, and I reached out to them because I was like, "What's going on?" And this was 2 days ago, so I was already kind of fed up. 7 days. And New York City has the best, probably the best detectives in the world. I would imagine. I mean, we're the best here. New York's the best of everything. And 7 days, I'm already fed up. Is it a suicide? Is it I think it's a murder. So I think it's a murder case, and they say no foul play, but I think they're not telling the whole truth.
What makes you think that it was a murder?
Well, because first of all, you can't even get into the apartment, it's a crime scene. So what's that all about? This is what I'm being told. It's still a crime scene.
It's the details again. Just there's a lot that even I can't rack my brain around. I can't think about what might have happened. A lot of questions I still have. Let's talk about Peter as a person. Peter, when you think of Peter off camera, what's the first story that comes to mind that really captures who he was?
Well, it's a body of, like, they say a body of work, a body of friendship, a body of. Peter was the type of guy that he was. I don't know how Peter can do what he does. He's really, truly, he's got the patience of a saint. He'll meet, he loves dogs, he loves women, and he really cares deeply about the homeless people. And, you can be with him anywhere, any setting, and somebody will come up and he'll give them time. He'll, like I said, patience. He could be doing something, he'll stop and address another human. He's he's like in a fifth dimension. He's bigger than this planet. He found that we were walking one time. He saw a plant. It was almost alive, almost dead. He's like, "We're gonna bring this plant back to life." And we walked 2 blocks. We went to get a slice of pizza, and then the guy at the pizzeria goes, "Why are you holding that plant? It looks like it's dead." He's like, "I'm gonna bring it back to life, but I gotta go run out of Central Park." And he goes, "You're gonna walk away?" He goes, "I'll take it from you because I love your work. I know who you are. You're Peter Greene. Can I take that plant? I'll bring it back to life." and they put water on it. We're in the pizzeria, water in the plant, the pizzeria. It's like, who? You can't make this up. This is Peter Greene.
Yeah, he seemed to be so loved by everyone that met him and by his community as well. And he's known too for just playing these really intense roles on camera. Was there one role that he was particularly very proud about?
He really loved Clean Shaven, and that was one of my favorites too. Clean Shaven was sort of a masterpiece. It started off as a short film, and then it's quite the movie. Clean Shaven. If you tell me, hey, which Peter Greene?
Yeah.
Clean Shaven.
He's been in so many iconic roles. Did he talk about maybe his process of how he got into those characters?
Well, when he did that character, he went to Bellevue. He went to the crazy place, over here. New York, it's up there. It's right there by Randall's Island over there. And he went in there, and then, oh, my God, now that I think about it. He witnessed a woman who was checked out, okay? And she cut herself and didn't yell, scream, nothing. And she was digging in her ankle, on her, I don't know what's the ankle, right behind the leg here, that meat, cut open, and was doing all this stuff. Anyway, they kicked Peter Greene out of Bellevue for another reason. That's another story. I didn't know what it was.
Goodness.
But he went there to do research, and he was in Bellevue, and he took it very seriously. He takes his when he gets something, he goes in, and you ain't gonna stop Peter.
Like, these are really heavy roles that he had to really get invested in.
The best.
He went in, but how did he get himself out?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Man. Yeah. Wow. I did a movie with him, with William Dafoe's in the movie. It's called Pet Shop Days. And we got ready that morning to do our scene. Old Mark Schnabel was the director. I think Martin Scorsese's the executive producer. We went and did that film, and he started a beef with me. I'm like, but I never had a beef with Peter.
Yeah.
And he's beefing with me, and I just had to control myself. And I'm thinking, this guy's this guy's in character.
He's in character.
He's in character.
You've heard about actors who stay in character, and it's all part of that role, and they lead the days leading up to it, and then after it too. Sometimes it's hard to snap out of that character as well. Have you been in touch with any of his family members since this horrific incident?
The night that they took Peter out for the last time out of his apartment, I was with his brother on the phone. I was in Miami. And I'm on the phone with his brother. And so he got carried out at nighttime, which is, thank God. They took him out late night, Friday night. Yeah, I'm in touch with the sister, the brother. We're family. I know the parents. Was at their funerals. They know we all know each other's family. Peter was such a I'm telling you, he had the patience of a saint. He had a good heart. Everything. I'm really, he's my role model.
It's heartbreaking, especially during the holidays too. His poor family and everyone was getting ready. You yourself were getting ready to come to New York for New Year's Eve with him.
I was ready, and I was looking forward to it because the way he was selling it to me is like, whoa, restaurants, bars, and in the case there's traffic, we can stay in the limo. It's a big giant limo. We had our friend Danny Diablo invited, MQ, so we had like a nice little crew, and we're devastated.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Well, Skam Dust, I really appreciate you joining me and letting our audiences know who Peter was off camera and some of the fond memories that you can remember him with.
He's the best, and I wish you would have got to know him. I love him. He's going to be missed, and we love Peter.
Yeah. All right, Skam Dust, thank you so much. Happy holidays. Thank you for joining me.